What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, oh, we have not done him in a while. We are coming back to Jeff Buckley. Yes, indeed. Jeff Buckley Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Zyra, and Zyra wanted to see me react to this. It is Jeff Buckley with a tune called Nightmare by the Sea. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, yeah, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Jeff Buckley Music, okay? And the video has 22,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? You ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Nightmares by the Sea, original mix. That's all I got. I do have some album artwork here, I think. It does say Jeff Buckley. Look, this is the link I was given by the requester. So if we're not in the right spot, don't blame me, blame the requester. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Let's pause. Okay. The song's well structured. It's definitely well structured. It's very clear where the verses begin and start, the pre-chorus begins and starts, and the choruses end and start. It's very well defined, and I absolutely appreciate that. It shows that, you know, it's not just some random thing that he put together. Now, there was clearly thought put into the arrangement of the song. The guitar line. I love the dissonance with the resolution each time. So you start out on the fifths, you know, you got that natural dissonance as a result, and then right back down again. But each time it goes back down, it resolves itself. See, I like that. I've been accused in the past of people saying, oh, he just doesn't like dissonance. No, that's not it. I like dissonance as long as it resolves and doesn't leave you hanging forever. You know what I mean? That's when I get upset. That's when I have a problem, is when you get the dissonance and it's just dissonance and dissonance and dissonance and dissonance. And for no rhyme or reason other than just for the sake of being dissonant. That's when I have an issue. That's when I have a problem. That's when I will sit there and put it down and say, this is garbage. Absolutely. But that's not the case here. There is the dissonance, but it doesn't even start on dissonance. It starts on the fifths and moves up to the next fifth off of a minor third increase, off of a 3 semitone increase, creating that natural dissonance that when they go back to the root with the natural fifth again, it automatically resolves. I like that. I do. It feels good. Vocally, it sounds fine. I'm glad on the choruses he doubled the voicing. I'm glad he did, because it made the vocals stand out more, because everything in the chorus came up a little bit. The drumming came up a little bit. The guitar playing came up a little bit. Everything came up a little bit. It got a little bit louder. So by doubling the voices, he was able to increase the volume by default without having to sing louder. You know what I mean? If you listen to his projection, it's the same. It's the exact same as it was in the verses. But by doubling up on the vocals and adding an additional voice to his vocals, I'm assuming his voice is probably just an overdub, it made it naturally just sound louder. Plus, I also like the fact he's not singing exactly in unison. It's a little bit off, both in pitch and in tone and attack. It feels good. I know that some people might say it sounds a little awkward. I can see their point, but it sounds good to me. I like it. I got no issue with it. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes. end on 1 or on 4? Ended on 1. Okay. That's why I felt so comfortable. Usually when you get a single hit like that, it's usually on either 4 or the end of 4. But for some reason, when I heard that hit, it felt very comfortable. And I'm like, that didn't feel like it left us hanging. So I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't on 4, was it? So I just had to double check that. That was on the downbeat of 1. That explains everything. Interesting song. If I'm being honest, not at all what I was expecting from Jeff Buckley. I'll explain what I mean by that. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Jeff Buckley with Nightmares by the Sea. This was a request from Zyra. Okay, honestly, there's not a lot to talk about. This song's pretty stripped down and straight ahead, and I'll explain what I mean by that. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, okay? I promise you. Let's start with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.6. Yep, 7.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.6. What does that mean? Well, a 7.6 would translate to a really good scale rating, so I think it's a really good song. It would translate to 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go. A 7.6, which equals a really good scale rating, which equals 4 to 5 stars and equals a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, this was nothing at all what I was expecting. When I saw I was doing a Jeff Buckley reaction this month, for the month of June, I kind of had it in my head from what I've heard from him in the past. I was expecting things to be a little more blues-oriented, a little bit longer. You know, I had a certain level of expectation based on past history. You talk about throwing me a curveball. Wow, I did not see this style of song, this short of a song, being done by Jeff Buckley. This song was very radio friendly. I could absolutely see this song getting a lot of radio play, especially in the early to mid 80s to the mid to late 90s. One of those two. Like between the years of 81 to 85, maybe 86. Or the years of 1994 to 1998, maybe 1999. One of those two 5 to 6 year slots. It would get a ton of radio play because a lot of songs that were being played on the radio were of this nature. Dissonance, resolve. Dissonance, resolve. Dissonance, resolve. Very new wave 80s, if I'm being honest. I could see that song being played as it is, as it stands. Going back in time, let's set the old time machine back to the early to mid 80s. I could see that song being played on K-Rock, right up there with like Love and Rockets, The Cure, bands like that. I could absolutely see it. With Echo and the Bunnymen, yeah, absolutely. I could totally see that. At the same time, fast forward about 15 years to when grunge has more than settled itself into the mainstream, you know what I mean, where it is really kind of taken over. I could absolutely see this type of a song being stuck in there with bands like Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Soundgarden. Yeah, absolutely I could. I totally see it. Smashing Pumpkins. I could totally see it fitting in with that. So yeah, I could see this song doing very well in either one of those time periods. Now here's my question: is that when the song was released? Was this song released sometime during one of those two eras? I don't know. I doubt the 80s. Maybe the 90s. Maybe the 90s. It would have fit in there perfectly. The song was very well organized, very well structured. There was no question where the verses began and where the verses ended, where the pre-chorus began and where the pre-choruses ended, where the verses began and the verses ended. There was no question, none whatsoever. The vocal style, very fitting for the style of song. It wasn't bluesy whatsoever. It was very straight-laced, very straight ahead. Again, not at all what I was expecting from Jeff Buckley comparatively to what I've heard from him in the past. So it was a nice switch up. It was definitely a surprise and a pleasant one at that. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm blown away by it from a technicality standpoint because I didn't really hear anything that was all that impressive, other than the fact that he's multi-talented, which we already knew going into this. Multifaceted as well. But I didn't know he was this multifaceted. This, like I said, this was a radio-friendly song. This song was made for radio play. In particular, like I said, during those two eras. And now, I'm sure the 80s era, yeah, I don't even think he was born then. Or maybe he was, I don't know. But I mean, but the 90s definitely fit into that genre. I just don't know if it got any radio play or not. I don't know if the record company pushed this song at all, which would be a shame because I hate to say it, but this song is kind of a hit. I mean, at least in my book, I could absolutely see the song being a hit. Of course, timing is everything in the music industry, and if this song came out in like 2004 to 2008 or 2009, would it have done well? I don't know. I doubt it. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure when the song was released. I'm sure people in the comments will let me know, and it'll probably make a lot more sense as to whether it was a hit song or not. No, I think it's a really good song. I think it's a really good song. I didn't hear anything about the song that sounded bad. The levels all sounded good. Mix sounded good. The tone of all the instrumentation sounded good. I got no issue with it. None. I'm not gonna lie, it's not exactly my cup of tea. It's not exactly something I would ever see myself putting on a playlist, but at the same time, I don't hate it either. So I got nothing but respect for it. So that's why I'm giving it the really good score of 7.6. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 7.6, which is a really good skill rating, 4 out of 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.